We are somehow taught as SEO specialists that traffic is really important because from traffic comes everything. But as a strategist, I realized that it's not really the case. It's more about the money that you need to consider as your main outcome.
If you had to choose one non-negotiable SEO principle, what would it be?
Do things evergreen. I mean, don't try to do the new shiny object in SEO because it won't work. You cannot trick the algorithm anymore. That means that you cannot have the SEO techniques that you had before. Everything needs to be helpful. We are all going to read AI generated content every day, everywhere at some point. I think you can do great things with AI generated content as long as you don't just type, write me an article about podcasts, because if you do, then everything will be useless. You won't rank for this and Google will flag it.
Welcome to the Agency Insider Show, the podcast where we uncover the behind-the-scenes strategies of the top digital agency minds in the business. I'm your host, Navneet Kaushal. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Samy Thuillier, a top-tier SEO consultant, link-building expert, and a rising force in the world of fractional CMOs. He's just not talking Google updates and rankings. He's out there testing Reddit hacks, leveraging Haro, and building brands that win. Samy, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thanks for having me, Navneet. Very happy to be there.
So let's start, Samy. You have an interesting thing where, I would like to know you from SEO specialist to fractional CMO. Now, you've been known as a high-performing SEO consultant. Now, first of all, what brought you into SEO? Because we all know that it was not our first choice, any of one. And then how did you move and what triggered your shift towards fractional CMO?
Well, it's a funny story, actually. I started my career not really in the internet marketing or everything. I was a financial consultant when I graduated from college. And actually, after a while, I wanted to start my own business. So I started a menswear company, an online menswear company. I know. And actually, I had pretty much nothing to spend in terms of money for marketing because it costs a lot and back then. So what I did was I tried to learn everything that I could in terms of free marketing, and SEO was part of it. I had this company for 4 years and I learned so much. I actually grew the company to 500K euros in terms of revenue. We sold clothing in 22 countries, including in Japan. We had clients all over the world, and it was all thanks to SEO, to also Facebook ads back then. It taught me everything about digital marketing. And then when I had to shut down the company because things happen, I actually was contacted by people I had met during my time as a founder of this menswear brand to help them on digital marketing and specifically on SEO. And that's how I became actually a consultant. First, generalist consultant, and then more focused on SEO. And then what happened was I was hired then as a VP in an agency to develop the digital marketing department, and specifically also the SEO side of things. And so that's how I became like a specialist. It's been 12 years now. And fractional CMO, I would say that's thanks to my experience in different contexts as a VP in agencies. After this, I've worked as a marketing director for SaaS companies in the US, and for French companies as well. So very diverse company, very diverse experiences, and that's how we are here after a while. Because after a while, I chose to focus and I chose to become, a real SEO specialist where I do only this. And it's been a few years now, and that's how we're talking.
Okay. Now, for agency owners listening, what's the difference in mindset between being an SEO executor and a strategic marketing advisor?
Well, I think it's really about the way that you envision things. you need to consider things from A to Z, and starting with Z actually. The difference is, I think, that when you became a strategist and not really an operational guy, you think about the outcome first.
Okay.
And the thing is, we are somehow taught as SEO specialists that, and even clients told you that, that traffic is really important, because from traffic comes everything. But
Right.
as a strategist, I realized that it's not really the case. It's more about the money that you need to consider as your main outcome. We always talk about the North Star metric and everything that, I can see so many things about that. And my North Star metric was always the money, because my education is like that. I mean, I come from a family where people, they were telling me, yeah, that's great. You did so many things, but what does it give you at the end? And this is the same thing for a client. He wants to see what he earns at the end. So you start with the outcome, and most of the time that's
Right.
what kind of money can I get for him, and from what kind of clients, in what location, and what is the desire of the potential client. So how can I find a way to get to this? So I think that's the main difference between um, traffic and revenue, and that's how you become. You switch from operational guy to strategist, I think.
Okay. And so I'm sure you manage multiple brands now.
Mhm.
So what system or mental models help you manage multiple brands without actually burning out?
That's actually a funny question, because I've struggled a lot with this, to be honest,
Okay.
uh, because I've tried multiple methods to, deliver as much as I could,
Uh-huh.
because we are in a world where I think clients more and more, they expect, overnight results. And I
Right.
think you know what I mean. um, so you need to show that you deliver, and people, they just cannot wait for things to be done. So you cannot tell them that, for example, you will take 2 weeks or 3 weeks to make an audit. It's not acceptable anymore. So my method, my way to handle actions and everything, is to do small things for clients every day. It's like when you say that you will read a book, you will read 10 books this year, and you never actually read 10 books this year because it's too much. So you start by reading 10 pages every day. And at the end of the year, magically, you read those 10 books because you read those 10 pages every day. And so that's why what I chose to do is, actually, I chose to um, cut my goals into very, very, very thin actions every day. So it's create one page, do one backlink, um, do one strategy, one keyword research, one thing, a part of this audit, and that's how you get to do 10 operations for 10 different clients in one day. And at
Okay.
the end of the day, at the end of the week, you did 5 or 7 different things for 10 different clients, because you just did one small thing for everyone every day.
Right. Okay. So that's an interesting way to do it. Now, how do you approach aligning SEO with the broader KPIs like LTV or brand equity?
I think that um, it's the thing is, what is really, really interesting is now, contrary to before, um, SEO has become part of like an ecosystem. You cannot extract SEO from other channels in digital marketing. So if you want to do your work the right way in SEO, you need to understand every single channel around this. So that means social media, that means PR, offline communication, everything. And you need to adjust things so that people will actually have like a good idea of what you are in order to drive organic traffic. So efforts from outside SEO actually are positive for SEO. So what I do is actually, I think how I do for branding is, I think on my side, it's obviously citations being found on every single major website where you need to be. That's building authority. That's sometimes also working with PR agencies who can create, PR campaigns that are really strong. But it's
Okay.
also working with people. You cannot, like I said, you cannot be just one part of the whole system. You need to connect with social media managers and specialists, because that's how people, they will not click on your posts, or they will not click on the link in your bio in Instagram or in TikTok, but they will type your brand name. So you need to be
Right.
there. So
Okay.
that's, coordinated effort. And that's how I think you can do good work. You can do good work on your side, but you need also to connect with other people on other channels. So that's for branding. And for lifetime value, that's a funny thing. That's a good question. I think that you need to connect uh, points of interest at different levels of the buyer's funnel. So that starts obviously before the purchase. So you will have the classic top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom funnel content and actually journey that you have in SEO, the common thing. But also
Right.
after this, for example, if you have a SaaS, then you
Mhm.
want people to get back to your site. You want to get back to your website and find the answer. So you need to, for example, you can have a knowledge base. Okay, that's how you also drive lifetime value, because if people can find easily answers to their questions about your product, about what you sell, your service, then they will stick around, they will stay longer, they will not cancel the subscription, so lifetime value goes up. So that's the way you can actually make lifetime value stronger. And obviously, it's also coordinating with other people working on the brand, working on content in other types of channels. In this way, obviously, that's how you can maximize LTV, I think.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the Google algorithm roller coasters. Now, you've spoken about post 2023 Google updates being a turning point. So, what made them so significant?
Well, to me, there are three things.
Mhm.
First thing is you cannot trick the algorithm anymore.
Okay.
Um, that means that you cannot have the SEO techniques that you had before. Everything needs to be helpful.
Okay.
And so that means you cannot do what you were doing before, which is actually, create this famous SEO text that you put in different pages just for the robots to see that it was relevant. It doesn't work this way anymore. So everything needs to be helpful, and it's not because you have a long text or big pieces of content that you will rank correctly. So I think that's the main thing. So you need to be rational. I think that's
Mhm.
efficiency and being rational, which is one of the main differences. Second element is being part of the ecosystem that I mentioned. So you cannot just work on SEO, you need to work on everything. If you don't have a social signals, it doesn't work. If you work and you don't show that you have expertise in your field, it doesn't work. You need to show, for example, if you're working I'm working with an engineering company. We worked a lot on showing that they had expertise by showing the team, showing their certifications, showing uh, for how long they've been in business, the
Okay.
clients, testimonials, and everything. So relevancy, all the EEAT things it's a lot, and we don't even know how big it is actually. So it's one of the big differences. And also, I would just say one of the maybe the biggest thing is you need to be responsive because it changes all the time.
Right.
So it's not because you did something great in terms of content or
Mhm.
something failed, for example, in August 2025, that things are not going to turn in September or October because Google decided that they want an update. So I think that being responsive and testing and adapting is also one of the biggest differences.
Okay. Now, if you had to choose one non-negotiable SEO principle in 2025, what would it be?
Do things evergreen.
Okay.
I mean, uh, don't try to do the new shiny object in SEO because it
Okay.
won't work.
Okay.
And to me, that's not negotiable because if you're trying to chase a temporary trend, you're gonna lose at some point. Whereas if you use evergreen principles, evergreen techniques that have always worked, and they work for a reason, which is
Okay.
actually optimizing correctly your pages, working on authority,
Mhm.
and optimizing for speed, just those two, three things, you've done most of the job. I think more than 80% of people.
Okay. And do you think AI overview will kill long tail SEO, or there is an opportunity there?
I'm not sure I got the question.
Do you think AI overviews will kill long tail SEO, or is there an opportunity there?
I think it will kill informational content
Okay.
because Google's just crapped pretty much all the internet. So even on long tail queries, I can see some pretty good answers right now. We were all having fun about the quality of the overviews, but Google is working, so it gets better and better every day. So I think it's going to kill informational content, but there is an opportunity for very, very specific queries. And that's what I'm working on. I switched a lot from informational content to long tail queries with commercial queries. I was actually already working specifically on service pages and all the commercial pages for clients because that's where the
Okay.
money is. But focusing even more on long tail queries is how you will get the money because when competitors focus on very generic query and they're going to be hit by AI overviews, if you do the job, you're going to be first when people are looking for you. And that's actually what happened. 48 hours ago, I created a page for one of my clients about a very, very specific service that he does. And one
Okay.
day later, it was actually refreshed in the AI overviews and it was actually there in the answer. So it works. So there is a good opportunity there.
Okay. Now, let's talk about content based led link building and what's working. So, we all often spoke about Reddit, and you also have spoken about Reddit. So, what makes Reddit a gold mine for link building in your view?
The way it changed recently in the eyes of Google. Um,
Okay.
you know what I mean. It's always, almost always, part of the top three when people are looking for an opinion. Good or
Okay.
bad, I cannot tell you. It's just a choice that Google made, and that's how you need to adapt because
Okay.
that's where people will land in the end.
Right. Okay. Now, so is there a way people could I mean, for example, if agencies have to productize digital PR effectively, is there a way like tool likes maybe is there a tool out there, or is digital PR something which you think can be productized?
The only way I've seen it productized is really using packages from specialized companies.
Okay.
To be honest, this is a business for which I'm not a specialist. So
Okay.
I usually trust people that are better than me,
Right.
who are specialists of PR, and I prefer to discuss specific context with them
Okay.
instead of relying on a product, at least for now, because for PR, I think that the human factor is very, very important,
Right.
because the interest that you generate in people and journalists and publications and media is something that you cannot. I mean, in my opinion, you cannot, at least not yet, you cannot productize. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. And let's talk a little bit about scaling SEO for e-commerce brands. Of course, you've been doing that a lot. Now, you talked about the 80-20 rule of an e-commerce SEO. What exactly is it, and what does it look like in execution?
Well, I think that the 80-20 rule is, I don't want to overcomplicate things, okay?
Okay.
Because it looks like it's a principle where you absolutely need to follow something, or there is a lot of things, and it's like the LinkedIn post where you will comment, a guide, and you will get the guide afterwards in the comments. No, I think 80% of the job is in e-commerce is optimizing category pages, your homepage, your product pages, optimizing for long-tail queries, um, making sure that you appear in Google Images and Google Search effectively, that you optimize correctly every single thing that is present in SEO, the correct way. That your structure is actually reasonable, which means you are having, if you have, for example, let's say you have an e-commerce about shoes, you will create categories about outdoor shoes or gym shoes. And if you have gym shoes, then you have black gym shoes and you have red gym shoes, and so on and so forth, or Nike gym shoes or Reebok gym shoes. But that means that it's like a dictionary with a table of contents. It's very, very simple. It needs to be structured, and you cannot go, in every possible direction. Just stay focused
Mhm.
and make it look like a book. And it's what actually the robots and Google expects. That's the second element. And yeah, use every possible element about, for example, the Google Merchant Center, because that's where also you need to make some optimizations. And yeah, I think that's 80% of the job is here. Money pages, category pages, product pages, structure, and obviously speed and backlinks. And that's,
Okay.
I think we can answer in a short way. That's where the 80% are.
Okay. Now, how do you approach on-page SEO for category versus product pages? So, do you optimize both same, or what is your?
Category pages is proving that you have choice
Right.
as a merchant, as an e-commerce owner, and that you have specific things that you do that other people don't.
Okay.
So, and it's also being simple. So, um, I always try to disconnect myself from the internet when I do this. Uh, what do I want to see when I'm in the street? I want to see a shop where I have many things to choose from. I can see the prices. It's easy. I can see right away what I need to choose from, and I can see obviously the look. of the shop, but I can see if, for example, they will deliver for me, if they have specific service, premium service, can they get my package to my door, or if I leave, can they deliver like overseas, all those things. And it's the same online. For a category page, you will list everything, and then I think you will describe why you're special, okay, and answer potential questions with FAQ, okay. So that's category. Product page is more, is it the right product for you, and why is it awesome? And it's like when you enter the shop, you have the salesperson coming to you and trying to sell you the product because it looks perfect for you. So you need to have as many details about what the features of the product. Why is it different from other products specifically? Or what kind of problem does it solve? For example, if it's a shoe, why is it light? How is it made of? And everything, very, very detailed. Obviously, you need to reassure with how you can get the product, so shipping and returns, credit card possibilities and everything. But that's more about the product, and I would say that's the main difference with category. Category, you show the users why you're special, and product is showing people why the product is special.
Okay. And so now, how do you integrate paid ads and SEO strategy together for e-commerce clients?
I would say, you mean in SEO?
I mean, in your strategy. In your do you use paid ads for your SEO strategies for e-commerce clients?
Yeah, I think what I can say is I will use paid ads in order to either test new possibilities or to grow and scale things that could take too much time. So, for example, let's say I have a potential query and we create a product page for a specific product. Okay. Obviously, client wants ROI like quickly. Okay, it's gonna take some time because for some reason he doesn't want to invest in backlinks, and we have optimization, but he thinks like SEO is enough, so it's gonna take more time. So let's try to compensate, and it's easier sometimes to sell ads to your client because the ROI is supposed to be instant,
Faster.
like immediate.
Right.
Yeah. So what I would try to compensate is that the waiting period for SEO wins to kick in, I will put some ads and make some tests on these specific products in order to get some wins. Okay, so that's the test. So if it works, that's perfect.
Okay.
Second thing is, and it will give me insights on how I can optimize the page because, the search terms from paid ads will give me keywords that I can insert in the product page in order to get organic traffic from there. And also, I do the opposite. If I have good results with SEO, and once again, it can take some time for backlinks and authority and everything to kick in. But if it works, then I can use paid ads to scale and grow and go, to be quicker. So I think you can use it both ways. I know that it's not common vocabulary, but I don't care. Some people will say that you only use paid ads at first, and then once SEO kicks in, then you stop paid ads. Good for them. I use it both ways, and I think it works.
Okay. And any tool or dashboard you rely on a real-time SEO feedback?
My own tool, Maverick. It's an SEO tool where you can fix your SEO issues in 60 seconds. Actually, you enter your URL in the tool and it will give you a list of 10 SEO recommendations you can apply right away in plain English, even if you're not an SEO specialist. So, for example, it will tell you how exactly you need to optimize your meta description. You just have to copy and paste the content of the meta description into your page, and it's
Okay.
optimized. It's optimized the right way. It will do the same with content. It will tell you exactly what to put and where. It will do the same with technical optimizations. It will tell you exactly which image you need to optimize and compress and which tool you need to use. So it's a step-by-step method, and you for pretty much everything. And I think it gives you two elements in addition to this. The thing is, you don't get 500 fixes to make, you get only 10, and it gives you the 80-20 rule.
Okay.
And also, it starts at $19 per month. So it's not
Okay.
like the SEO tools that are always $150 or $200 per month just to, use it once a month.
Okay. So that's interesting tool. I think, yes, I would recommend my listeners to definitely give it a try. You have a free trial for it?
Yeah, there is an unlimited free trial. You can try it right away. It's not
All right.
limited. And when you try it, you get the business features. So you can definitely try it. It's maverick.com, and you
Okay.
can try it right now.
All right. All right. Now let's talk about the AI and the future of SEO agencies. What's your take on the AI generated content in 2025? Still viable or more risk than reward?
I used to be very, very cautious. And now I think, I accepted that we are all going to have, we're all going to read AI generated content every day, everywhere, at some point.
Right.
Um, and yeah, I think you can do great things with AI generated content
Okay.
as long as you don't just type, write me an article about podcasts on the web. Because if you do, then everything will be like useless. You won't rank for this, and Google will flag it. So, uh, but if you use it correctly, I mean, you give it some sources, relevant sources. You give it some insights. You give it also what kind of public, what kind of readers for this article. Also, some elements that you think are relevant to include. If you feed them, for example, with sources that are already ranking, and if after this you do your own manual review,
Mhm.
removing AI wording, AI sentences, and everything, then it's great. But for now, you cannot expect AI to generate content and for it to be magically efficient like in a few seconds. It doesn't work this way, at least not yet. So
Okay.
I think it's great. It saves a lot of time, but
Mhm.
you need to intervene. You need to do your job.
And now, how should agencies adapt their services offering in the age of AI overviews and LLMs and search generative experience?
There's a whole debate with the end of SEO and the rise of geo.
Right.
I think that we need to do both. Um, People won't stop Googling things tomorrow. Most of my friends, I'm 40 years old, and I have friends from 25 to I don't know, and most of them are now using ChatGPT first and verifying with Google. So because they don't trust everything in LLMs yet.
Right.
So we need to do both. I think that it's very important to stay focused on Google because they caught up on OpenAI and everything, and I think they're going to be great in the future in terms of AI. and they won't kill their golden cow. They won't kill what gives them money. They
Right.
won't kill the search engine. They won't kill the ads. So Google will still be there.
Right.
So we still need SEO, and for geo, I think what is interesting, what is important, is being able to switch from just writing for humans and engines to also to answer questions, because that's what people do in AI search. They ask questions, and most of the time they are long tail queries, long tail questions. So I think we need to find a compromise between what are the questions that people can ask themselves for the service and how can I be found, and still be very, very concise, because that's how you get detected by LLMs, if if you're very helpful in a few words. So I think that, yeah, that's how you get the job done. And also I think that agencies need to adapt by actually working a lot on branding.
Okay.
So that means it's not only answering questions, it's also being found on very, very different channels. We talked about social media, but it's not this. It's being found in, um, for example, best SEO tools on the market, best affordable SEO tools. If you are in that kind of article, then you will be in ChatGPT's answers, because that's what people are looking for. They're looking, what's a good SEO tool for, I don't know, like $20 a month, and ChatGPT will go and search and find like best SEO tools, and it will return the list. So that's how you get found, and I think that branding is part of this. Yeah, it's actually working on branding as well.
Okay. And so do you use AI tools for link prospecting, outreach, or content planning?
Link prospecting, actually not yet, but I know a tool that could help a lot, which actually um, it works as an AI agent, and it actually finds the best opportunities for you, and it automatically does, like an AI agent, your outreach. So I need to test it. Um, I'm still very manual for link building.
Okay.
So I cannot tell you that I'm using any AI system for that. For
Okay.
content creation, yeah, I use two things. I use Claude and automations with make.com. So I have sequences to create very, very, very customized content. That's what we were saying before. You cannot expect to have perfect content if
Right.
you just tell the LLM to write a piece about, I don't know, like podcast. No, you need to be very, very specific. So that's what I do. And what else? Link building, content creation, and something else.
And no, that was it. So it was outreach, which you covered, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So with this, we come to the last segment of our show, which is quick fire. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, just 2, 3s, and you just answer what comes. So now, one underrated tool you use every day, which is not called MaveRank.
I would say Claude, for real.
Okay. A lot of people use
To
ChatGPT as
for
well.
very, very, very specific. Sometimes I use it. Sometimes I use it because I have two options in my mind about things, and I will describe everything, and I will ask him for the best option. Honest.
Okay. All right. Now, and one brand crushing SEO right now, an e-commerce brand will do. Okay. Now, from last 1 year, you had any big SEO win which you would like to share? Which is your favorite?
SEO win.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my favorite win from last year was actually programmatic SEO.
Okay.
I actually found a good way to do that, and that changed a lot of things.
Okay. So does it mean having similar content on all the pages? So what exactly, I mean, if you can tell what exactly you did right?
Finding a balance between having a template
Mhm.
and being good enough to create unique content for every page.
Wow. And it ranked?
It does.
How many pages did you ended up creating?
3,000.
Wow. So how much time did it,
That's why I told you Claude is good for that.
and how much time it took you to create those 3,000 pages?
It took me around a month because I had to customize many things.
Yeah, but it's a good time for, I mean, 3,000 pages, and if they can, and they do still rank, right?
They still do.
And that's the best part. I mean, because normally what happens with programming, you know how they just go up and then go down.
I cannot tell you that it ranked at first.
Okay.
First try was horrible. I mean, and you need to reindex and make new tests and new tests until you find the right thing. Because sometimes you think that it's unique enough and it's not, and you think that some things need to be unique and they do not need to be unique. Things like this, and that's also something that I wanted to mention because some clients and people in the SEO space, they promote the fact that you need to be perfect on the first try. Never. It's a test and learn thing. So yeah, I have no problem saying that it took me a month, and sometimes it takes me like much longer for this, and it still works.
Okay. Okay. Now, Samy, this was an incredible insight, and from e-commerce SEO to, of course, Reddit, and your journey into fractional CMO territory, and of course the programmatic SEO. And now, thank you for dropping so many actionable gems. And for our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you are an agency owner looking to stay ahead in the game, keep tuning into the Agency Insider shows. Until next time, thank you.